Good morning. Spiral03 is the personal reading code. It's found here on the screen. This is an annual client. Please do not make this reading fit if it does not resonate. Alright, Spiral03 wanted to know for this reading what their personal dharma karma may be and what lessons do they still need to learn and integrate. So, funny thing. The first thing that came through the channel when I started this was the bird and the worm. So the bird captures the worm, but the bird also has a bird's eye view. Forgive me, I'm half awake. A bird's eye view. It's a lot easier for the bird to catch a tiny little worm that can essentially camouflage itself in society wherever it is. A, because of the vision that the bird holds. You ever heard the term eagle eye? But B, their view, their vantage point is typically in the air above everything else. It's easier to spot a moving worm above everything else. Now, there may have been previous versions of you in a past life because of your knowledge, because of your wisdom, because of your abilities and the power that you hold, that you may have at one point needed to learn superiority complexes and how they can devastate and ruin relationships. It seems to me that this lifetime and the way that it's the way that it's transpired for you, the way that your soul and your soul contract were written, I think you have humbled yourself through your journey, through your experience in this lifetime to integrate those lessons. But sometimes the way we speak, sometimes the way we talk to people, we may not even realize that it comes off as superior. So I do want you to know that though that's a projection of other people's own insecurities, for example, you may have strong intellect. You may have a beautiful, amazing communication skills. Your words may also cut like a knife when you use them in the way that you want to, or when you're upset or you're angry. One of the personal karmic things, dharma type things, and lessons that you were supposed to integrate had to do with the way that you speak to people, keeping yourself humble, but expressing your own thoughts. It seems to me that in this lifetime you have done so. Life has kicked you enough. The lessons have integrated enough that you've humbled yourself enough to learn how to communicate your intellect, your wisdom, your own thoughts, your own feelings in a way that is not superior to anyone else. And if they deem so, it's because of their projections of their own insecurities. The only integration left in this lesson, which was one of your largest ones, is to remember to be cautious with the words that you speak. Speak them only when necessary when it comes to it's weird how I almost wanted to say it when it came through the channel. 7:33 on the timer. Don't ever stop using your throat chakra and expressing your opinions. Just be cautious of who and when you use them, and remain compassionate when doing so as much as possible. And the first thing that came to mind as an example of this would be careful who you do it with if you don't take the time to understand their motives. Because it came off like there are some really sick and fucked up people in this world who you may trigger their shadow side so much that they literally become violent or enraged. That's where the cautionary part came through. Like it almost came through like a vision. Like I could see the enraged like triggered person, and it came up honestly as a man. You may trigger men because you may make them feel, and you don't do anything. This is their own feelings and projections onto you. Because of who you are, your intellect, your knowledge, your wisdom. It's demeaning, demoralizing to some men that are unhealed. And to be honest, are misogynistic. So it's coming through that it's like, be cautious when you're dealing with people like that. The people that, it's not saying don't use your throat chakra. It's saying that one of the lessons to integrate is reading the energy when you choose how to speak certain words or when to speak up in situations where you have someone that is the type that is so triggered that they will actually react to you in a violent type of way. It keeps you kind of out of the target area, I guess, out of the line of fire. But it's coming off like, again, I would never tell you not to use your throat chakra. It's simply saying, read energy more before you speak up sometimes. It will help you a lot, and that's one of the lessons to integrate. Is sometimes you get so used to being you that you don't read the energy of the room, and it puts you in situations you shouldn't be a part of. And again, this is never telling you to stop being yourself. Always be your most authentic self. It's telling you not everyone deserves to hear the words that are coming out of your mouth. If somebody is reacting in that way, you don't even need to give them the time of day to speak your truth, to speak your wisdom, to share your knowledge. Because you yourself will continue to activate and trigger people's shadow wounds. As far as karma and dharma goes, there may have been a time, and it may have been in your younger years, where you may have humiliated, gossiped, or bullied some people. And it's giving more of like this high school, young adult age. It's giving that like really, really early 20s perhaps, or high school, middle school type stuff. To be honest, it feels that you've done a really good job in your adult matured years doing evaluation and reflection and kind of changing the muck that was on you. 7:37 on the timer. As in, your heart is very pure. Your heart is very kind. It's compassionate. It's loving. It's filled with love and light. But you had some muck to wipe off of you, whether that's trauma wounds, whether it was regurgitating something that was done to you or said to you. It's showing that there were some times in the younger years that you may have taken part in some of those things too, but it seems like you've integrated the lesson. However, you may want to, it's not necessarily showing that you need to, or I almost said have, but you don't have to do anything. That you may need to give an apology to some people as an adult you, as a matured you, as a higher wisdom, integrated lesson you. And this may just be people that you may still be in contact with, like a sister came up, like someone that you considered like a sister, which could be like a best friend at one point. There may be someone that you still need to just have the conversation with. Hey, I just want you to know this was a part of me then. It's not a part of me now. This is the lessons I have learned. I understand what this does to people. Now, that's if you want to. It's coming up that it's not necessarily something you have to do, but maybe speak it out loud, journal it. It may be beneficial for you, but it also may be very healing if you actually do talk to some of these individuals, if you're able to still speak with them. But again, no one has to hear this other than you. It may help with some of these. It may even get you out of kind of a cocoon. So we're going to have to go to a part 2 to get the rest of your message.